You gotta love the wonderful world of technology. Don't know what happened there, right? Mid-sentence, Stevie D, you there? Stevie D.
You just didn't like what I had to say about Justin Fields, and you cut me.
All right, that's pretty much what it was. It was like, all right, I heard somebody in my ear saying, enough with this guy. End it. So, we had to drop that off. But we do apologize to any of the folks that were out there that were taking this in. We know that we had DJ Coles that was out there. Mrs. D was out there. We had plenty of folks out there. So we do appreciate that. And then, just to kind of transition away, we were talking about Justin Fields and, Matt Nagy and the whole dynamic between what's happening there. There's another dynamic that we haven't talked about, Stevie D. And that is Stephon Gilmore. And
your boy.
Christmas came a little early. Well, he got his way, but Christmas came a little early for me. Never been a Stephon Gilmore fan, right? Madden had him rated 99. How in the world is Stephon Gilmore 99? He has never been – in my book, he's never been top 5. He's a zone corner.
See, here you go. So I think it is. He just became better once he left Buffalo, right? I think when people leave Buffalo, they become better.
Okay, with John Brown giving a dip in the shoulder and then cutting it up on that post.
Robert Woods, a former Buffalo. He took off when he left Buffalo.
You think he's good? See, unlike and you know what you're saying. Unlike the Jets, right? Here's what the Jets do. Man, you've had a great career. We'd love to steal your Hall of Fame speech, so we want you to come to us, right?
Hey, we're putting him in the Hall of Fame, baby.
Buffalo has the eye for talent. We see you.
Yeah, so you just cut him.
You
just cut him.
And then we historically have made bad decisions. But we didn't make a bad decision with Stephon Gilmore. Trust me. Garbage.
Well, I have to be honest with you with the Gilmore. I will give you that. Because Gilmore with the Buffalo Bills was trash.
She's back. So, hey, Cynthia, how are you? Wow. And look who's back. Look who's back. Did someone say Buffalo? Yeah. Bills Mafia. They knew it was almost time, right? Everybody was checking their watch.
Win the big game.
They were checking their watch. The big game. The big game is the championship game. We talk about this all the time. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, right? The exhibition game, that's no big deal. That's no big deal.
It's ridiculous.
Anyways, digressing. So with Gilmore, the interesting thing with Gilmore is that all the early reports came out that Gilmore was getting cut. Now, he's hurt, right? That's the first thing. He's injured. But with him getting cut, it just kind of sent shockwaves. You already had Jalen Smith that got cut, right? Yeah. And so a lot of activities were happening. But Gilmore's hurt, so he's not really providing any benefit, and you're getting rid of the salary. I don't actually mind what they did there.
Yeah, but think about this. Is Gilmore truly, truly hurt? Or is he doing one of those, I'm sitting out, I don't want to be hurt because I want to get paid?
Patriots probably so. Probably so.
And we're going to cut you because this is not working out. And then at the 23rd hour, they found a trade partner. I mean, when you think about it, a 99 cover corner that is self-proclaimed a lockdown corner gets traded for a 6th-round pick. That's kind of weird when you think about it. I mean, how does a guy of that skill or caliber in relation to what – okay, so to keep this conversation moving from the facial expressions –
the facial expression came from the 99. I still want to know who said he was 99. He is not 99.
Okay. So we'll drop the 99 rating. Gilmore, who is considered to be a top 5 corner in the league, okay, can you at least go with that? Gets traded in the
AFC East?
Yeah, he's behind.
He's a top 5 in the AFC East. Maybe behind Cam Lewis.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. I've never.
I know you've never liked the guy, but
when he was in Buffalo. Even when he was in Buffalo.
He played better with the Patriots.
No. The Patriots put him in a better situation.
So
the defense, just like anything we talk about this all the time with the quarterbacks, right? You can't put that square peg into a round hole.
Revis, right? Revis couldn't play zone. He was a
there. You go.
Guy. You put him in zone, he was lost. So
and truly, that's what it is with Gilmore, right? Gilmore is more zone than he is man. But Gilmore's always looking. If you ever watch Gilmore, he's always looking for that help over the top. Right? You're a 99 guy. Lock it down. Prime would get up in your face, be a yard off the line of scrimmage and say, I got this. Right? You don't have to worry about any help over the top. Prime's like, we're going to go mano a mano. If you think that you're the best corner in the league, you think you deserve that 99 rating, then lock him up. Let's go. One-on-one. And then after you get beat, don't look behind you to say, where's my safety help? Because the safety said, you said you're a 99. You said you could do all this. I don't need to be out there.
You're scorned. Like, you're really scorned over this.
I can't stand that guy. I cannot stand him and what he was doing and the lack that he did in Buffalo. And then he wants to walk out and then he wants to talk smack. You know what? Go take yourself back to Rock Hill, South Carolina. Wow. Let's go see what you do with the Panthers. Maybe Sam down there can help you out.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the Panthers are making a play. They are sinking in that NFC that's wide open. The NFC is wide open. There is not a team you say you're going to put them in the Super Bowl. I don't see a team in the NFC that you can absolutely say for sure, because after the Rams got annihilated by the Cardinals and Hail Murray.
You don't think the Falcon? You don't think the Falcon?
Who?
You don't think the Falcons? Matty Ice. Thanks, Terry. You don't think the Falcons are poised?
They may have a shot in the week NFC. Who knows? I mean,
it all starts Sunday at 9 a.m.
Yeah, baby. My drinking starts early on Sunday. But yeah.
Well, let's talk about Gilmore's now former team. And we didn't talk about the hype leading up to the game, right? Talking about Brady going back to Foxborough to go against Belichick, go against his former team, the Patriots. I have to say that I thought, and it's to be expected, I thought Belichick handled the lead up to that game and the way that the Patriot players leading up to that game, it was perfect. You didn't hear anything in the media. You didn't see any news clippings. Nobody made a fool of themselves saying anything pro or con against Brady. It was business as usual. And I respect Urban Meyer. You need to take some notes here. It was business as usual leading up to that game. And I thought it was good. And I know you don't see it on the scoreboard, but the Patriots won that game. The Patriots won that game because they are a far inferior team to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they were a bad call, in my opinion, but probably a foot away from beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on prime time. Well, but the Bucs have, if you look at that roster compared to New England, up and down.
Yeah,
rookie quarterback.
Well, I think there's a couple of factors. I think weather. I know both teams played in it, but the Bucs have speed, and the weather favored the Patriots in that fashion. Can neutralize some of the.
Are you saying Bill made a call?
No, yeah, you never know.
Right.
Got the satellite there to dump rain down, right? Who heck knows what they got going on over there? Those cheaters. But and I think the emotions of that day. I saw an interview with Brady, and he says, "Well, I know what to expect when I go back. I put it in my head. I know what to expect." And I think he was overwhelmed in coming back there, and I think the emotion being there in that stadium after spending 20 years and all that he had, I think there was some of that in there.
There you go, making excuses for your guy.
I'm not making excuses. I think it was
But he's your guy. You admit he's your guy.
It's like Bill Belichick is your guy. I mean, look at you. They're all big
he is.
The master of the cheater.
You
endorse cheating.
Your guy is the cheater. But I do think, again, just like you say, what does he do? Belichick is a master of taking away certain things. Yeah. If you look at this chess game that you had here.
Oh, it was a great chess game.
If you look at the chess game, he did things to Brady that Brady didn't expect.
Well, Belichick said it either before the game or after the game. I practiced against him for 20 years. I know everything about him. Right? So that's the chess match. Like, he said, we know what Brady is. Like, don't come in and tell us, like, we don't know what Brady is. I practiced against him for 20 years. I know everything about him, the good, the bad, and everything. So
you know what he knew more than anything is how to disguise the defense, right? Because you had multiple times that you had double A gap blitzers coming in, right? And they knew exactly when to drop back out of that blitz and go back into their zone, right? Too often, coaches don't know, players don't know, when is when. And so they drop back too early, and now they've tipped their hand that they're back in the zone. And now Brady, Manning, Breeze, right, all the greats, they're able to say, oh, okay, I'm not getting that coming up the middle, and, they're able to adjust. Brady didn't know. And I don't know if it had to be in the cadence. It had to be in the mannerisms. Belichick said something. These guys were locked in on something because it happened from the time the opening kick all the way to the last play, right? So
he had an awful day throwing the football, right? He was high. His throws were really bad. Like,
whoa,
his throws were really bad.
He said he was high. We don't want any tests coming around.
High.
Oh, I thought you were talking like Myles Garrett. They thought Myles Garrett was doing something just because he was going shirtless. And they were like, oh, that can't be good.
Yeah. It was really good. I thought the pregame, the postgame. I think people are making the big deal at the postgame. If you really think Belichick and Brady don't talk and you didn't think they were going to have a private conversation, it's just unbelievable people trying to make a scoop on something that's not there at the end of the game.
What do you think about Rodney? My guy Rodney. Love me some Rodney, don't I?
I sent you a note. And I didn't realize at the time that it was going to blow up all over the place. Like NFL Network took him apart. I think NBC took him apart. Afterwards, they were making mention. I don't know what the deal was, but I saw that. I'm like, that's your boy. What is a prima donna out there? He can't hold his own umbrella. So I thought that was funny. It's unbelievable.
It was. It really was. So CBD.
Honestly, Drew Brees. I didn't like Drew Brees' comments. I don't like Drew Brees on the NBC side. I don't know. Maybe he's just got to work into it. Give him a few more weeks. But I don't think he offers a lot of great value there in the commentary field. But.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I give him a pass. I mean, this is year one, week one.
Dude, that's what I said. Maybe later in the year he'll be better. I listened to him talk about it. I was just like,
he's no Peyton Manning, that's for sure. Manning is great on that Monday night, and we have the hiatus with those guys.
Yeah.
Okay, Stevie D.
Come on.
Good team. Good teams find a way to win. Right? That's what they say. Good teams find a way to win. I'm going to chalk week one up to just an extended preseason. That's the last preseason game that we needed, right? Because I don't really know what happened in there. It was special teams, and it was just a lack of focus.
Right.
But I'm also going to look at the next 3 weeks, week 2, week 3, week 4, as preseason that counts. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call that. That is preseason that counts.
Recap the teams that you played.
The Dolphins, the Washington football team, and don't try to throw shade because hey, you got to beat the teams that are in front of you.
But I'll tell you,
you got to beat all 3 of them. And then the Houston Texans. Now, I guess they were trying to find a way to hype up the Houston Texans game, and they said, this is the revenge game. Huh? What revenge? No J.J. Watt, no Deshaun Watson, no DeAndre Hopkins. What revenge game are you talking about? Plus, Josh Allen is no longer a rookie coming into a playoff game, right?
They really tried to say that in Houston?
All over. Every time you heard, the previews for the game, it's a revenge game.
Dude, you're so far removed from that football game.
Exactly. I mean, look at just the advancements that the players have had, and look at the people that are gone.
Yeah.
Right? There's Terry. God, Terry's got my back. That's why I like no shade to throw. That's right. But what I am happy to see, what was good too, is that we had some injuries. Right? Obviously, this is a trap game. If anybody does not know what a trap game is, right? This was the quintessential trap game. This was the game where everybody's looking at the following week, right? Which is this coming week, Sunday Night Football. Chris Collinsworth and
Al Michaels.
There you go. Can't wait to hear Al just, throw shade on the Bills.
Buffalo?
What's that? No, it's in Kansas City. It would be so nice. I would have
seen if he would have made the trip or he would have called in sick.
I'm going to tell you right now. He said, I'm not going there. This guy Vince will be waiting for me at the airport. Buffalo Airport. I'm not going. But this was the quintessential trap game because you're expected to win, right? Everything was in your favor to win.
So if you would legit though, is trap games legit this early in the season?
Sure.
I think trap games were more, later on down the season, the teams are established, and all of a sudden you're going up against a winless team type of deal. I didn't realize trap games were that early in the year.
Think about this. You have preseason expectations for the Chiefs, right? Preseason expectations for the Bills.
Yeah,
right.
1 and 2, either way you want to put it in the conference.
That's right.
JB may say Kansas City's won. Vince says Buffalo's won.
I thought you were talking about records as of last week. I thought that's where you were going.
Oh, right, because the Jets are only one game worse than the Chiefs. Just remember that, folks. You can throw all you want. The Chiefs are only one game better than the Jets.
But you had these two teams in a mega Sunday night game, right? Mm-hmm. And certainly this is the game. If everything holds chalk through the rest of the year, this is really the game that's going to determine home field advantage. I don't want to really put the cart before the horse, but it just if everything goes the way predicted. Yeah. So you have that, leading up to the Sunday night.
That would give you a 3-game lead. Excuse me. That would give you a 3-game advantage.
We're not looking in the future. I'm just telling you what the better.
Early on in the season, I mean, think about it. If you win through week 5, you would have a 3-game advantage on the Kansas City Chiefs.
I see where you're going. I'm trying to help you with the trap. So everybody is waiting for this game, right? And then you play the Houston Texans, and they have everything going wrong for them, right? Including hiring David Culley. Bad move. The ownership. Deshaun Watson. Losing J.J. Watt. Making the horrible trade for DeAndre Hopkins a couple years ago. Still having to deal with Bill O'Brien, the effects of Bill O'Brien. The offensive line in disarray. There's so much wrong there. Buffalo coming in is expected to win. Buffalo was expected to win with its backups. That's how bad of a game it's supposed to be. And Buffalo's backups did pull it off, right? So you absolutely have to stay focused. But so often it's so easy to look past that game because you know that, just basically going out there that you're going to put up 28 points. And then you're looking ahead to Kansas City. What's Kansas City doing? How are we going to do this? And they didn't. And that's a testament to Sean McDermott is what that is. Because too often you'll see coaches, Urban Meyer, that'll look past the team that they have in front of them, right? And they're looking more towards and allowing their players to do the same thing. And then next thing you know, they get tripped up. And here we are on a podcast talking about, man, couldn't believe that upset that we had last week, right? How did that happen? Because it was the trap game.
Well, you guys laid a butt whipping. I'll tell you there. And you guys called off the door. I mean, when you think about it, through 4 games, you got 2 shutouts. You outscored your opponents already by 90 points when you lost by what? 13 points to
7.
Pittsburgh? You lost
7.
by 7 points to Pittsburgh?
We lost because of the block kick. That's why we lost it.
Okay. So,
But
I mean, you outscored your opponents with a loss by 90 points after 4 weeks. So, the AFC, if you haven't heard the Buffalo Bills charging, they're charging. And it's going to be a really good game here. I don't want to overstate the game, whether the Chiefs win or lose, or Buffalo wins or loses. I go back to this may be more of a game for the Buffalo Bills to show you can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe it means more for that perspective. But
I think
at the
so.
end of the day, it means nothing that, oh my God, if the which I think you're going to win this football game, and I'm not putting a curse on you. I just legitimate. I think the Buffalo Bills is the team in the NFL. Again, I'm not trying to curse your team. I'm just being a football guy. I think the Buffalo Bills are the best football team in the NFL. I think your players are hungry. I think your coaching staff is legit. I think you had the hiccup in week 1. It's not going to happen again. And I look at this game and I say the Chiefs defense stinks. It stinks. Okay. If for some reason I believe the Chiefs if they can pull off a miracle and beat Buffalo, I still think in a playoff game Buffalo can win. I still think you can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Even if you were to beat Kansas City, I still think you can beat them in the playoffs. If you lose to them, I still think you can beat them in the playoffs.
So what I'll say for this game, for Buffalo, for this game is a learning experience for the Buffalo Bills. They have some veterans, I'll give you that, but they still have a lot of young players where they have to mature, right? And that maturation is not only being able to stay focused on what's in front of you and not fall into that trap, but it is to go into hostile environments against good teams. Yes, they may be going through some pains right now in Kansas City, but you're still talking about a very, very good team. You're talking about a very, very, very good quarterback, a very, very good tight end, and a very, very good lineup, right? They absolutely do. Josh Gordon coming to them, right? There's a lot of things that are happening there, and Buffalo has to realize, don't allow the game to get too big, right? And to stay within the moment. Oh, there he is. Screw the Chiefs. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But you don't want to allow the game to get too big, and you want to be in the moment, and you want to focus on your job at hand. That's that next step of maturation that I'm talking about, right? Because that's going to lend itself to when the postseason comes around, when every game is big. There is no trap game. And, hopefully you don't have to go into a hostile environment and you can host that game. But you get it done in Kansas City, you will silence all of the critics that are out there, right? I know you've jumped on board. I appreciate that. But there's still
jumping on board. Look.
When I say jump on board, I'm just saying that, you've had some positive things. There's still some that are out there that have questions in the Josh Allen. Why? I don't know. Have questions in the Bills. I don't know.
I have Josh Allen as the offensive player of the year. I have Sean McDermott as the coach of the year. I think the Buffalo Bills are poised to take that step. You're really seeing the blocks building for the last few years, and you really have all your pieces in place. The biggest thing is health.
Yes.
You got to get through health. You got to somehow, you're going to have your bumps and bruises, but come December, everybody's got to be healthy going into January and into the playoffs. And that's the big key, is to stay healthy. Don't lose any key important players.
Well, and it's interesting you say that, because Milano left the game last week with an injury. Now, I haven't heard the definitive nature of the injury report, even if he is going to show up on the injury report, but I do know that he left the game against the Texans injured. That's a big loss if he's not able to play, right? You talk about, being healthy. That is one of the biggest keys to any team's stretch run to that exhibition bowl game, right? You have got to be healthy. And when you're missing key players, key pieces, sometimes if you don't have the depth and with the salary cap era, it's hard to have that type of depth to be able to continue through. And teams exploit it. They exploited the Buccaneers when you had the corner that went down, right? Everybody started going after, right? Because you didn't have that depth. And even the guy that was the backup, he ended up getting hurt. Jamil Dean, he's hurt.
Yeah,
Wow, shot thrown.
Well, Terry, it's not that I'm secretly a Bills fan. At the end of the day, if you're gonna do things, and
you see that over my shoulder, you see that? See those golf balls over my shoulder?
Hey, man, it was your birthday,
but you bought it.
Look, if we're gonna talk sports, I got my fandom. Don't get me wrong, but if you're gonna talk football, you have to talk legitimacy, and that's what the Buffalo Bills are. They're legitimate. And as painful as it has me to talk nice things about an AFC opponent, I can't really do the show and not give the Bills their credit and their due. And
I think that is payback for my support for you this past Sunday. I was there for you, man. I was right.
You were.
I was right.
I tell you, my phone was blowing up left and right. It was unbelievable with folks, which was great. But again, I call it how I see it there. And I think the Buffalo Bills are the most complete team in the NFL. Can they do it? It's to be seen.
Yeah, I agree. So, Stevie D, we did make mention, and Jay, when are you coming back? Not that we have abandonment issues without you, but, it's kind of like I'm going to be dating myself. But you remember the cereal commercial for Life?
Where's Mikey? Mikey,
right?
Mikey.
They just gave it to Mikey. Jay, your official word sports, Mikey.
Mikey.
Right? We need you back on, right? We need you hitting the space bar, but during the trivia, trying to answer a question. And it is too bad. It really is too bad that we didn't stream back then. For some of our newer listeners or people that are watching us, we have the audio footage, right? The archives, it's out there. Go to your favorite podcasting platform.
I can't believe you're doing Jay like this. I can't believe you're doing Jay like this.
We have to bring it back. Yeah, every once in a while you have to bring it back. Jay loves it too, right? You have to find a way.
I'm tapping in. I'm tapping in. It's not tapping in. You can't tap in.
Oh, if we had it. Oh, to see it on video would have been even better. It just would have been even better. And the only way that I could
tearing, dude, you got me literally tearing on that.
The only way that I could somehow try to bring this back so that people understand is that we were playing a trivia game. I was emceeing. It was Stevie D, it was Jay, and it was JB. And as I would ask the question, your name was your buzzer, right? We've all done it in maybe at work or at school, right? Your name is your buzzer. I asked the question as Jay is just getting beat by Stevie D and JB, but he's got it. He knows this one. He's ready to jump in. And instead of saying Jay, he's banging away on the keyboard, wondering why his buzzer won't ring in.
Oh, God, stop. Oh, God.
I got to pull it back. We have got to find it and just pull it back.
Find that clip?
Oh, classic. It was just classic. But Jay, we're not trying to throw shade on you. There's much love. We want you back. I know we talked earlier this week, and there is the mute button. As long as he can acknowledge that we're all good. We're all good. But Jay, you know there's love here, and we want you back on. Even if it's a guest appearance or somehow to get you back on the show. And maybe when you
got to
do,
get him on after an Eagle victory. We got to get him on an Eagle victory, so he's in a good frame of mind. He's not going to start yelling at the Chiefs and the refs and all this stuff. We got to get him when Jalen Hurts.
Is that going to be the preseason of 2022?
Come on, man. Why you got to do the Eagles like that, man?
Why don't we do this? Why don't we simulate a Madden game?
Tanya is a fan of the show, and now you're doing. I mean, that's not fair to her too. Come on.
Well, Jay, maybe if you come on before the game, maybe you can throw some good love out to your boys. Maybe that's what we'll do. But anyways, if you want to hear that episode, go to your favorite podcasting platform. It was last season, and it was just it was comedy. Comedy at its finest. But Stevie D, again, congratulations to your boys.
And you know what? Well, I can't caught before the horse. With a Bills victory on Sunday night, capped with hopefully a Jet victory in London. Ooh, the Chiefs and the Jets have the same record. Can I dare to dream for a couple of days?
Oh, boy.
Can I dare to dream for a couple of days? Ooh, boy. That would be grand.
Look at Jay. Jay coming back, saying, that's it, we're done for the year.
You won't be racing the Jets for the first pick. You'll be racing the Jaguars for the first pick.
This is true. This is true. So, but again, thank you to everybody. Thank you to Mrs. D coming on, showing some love, and then showing some love to Mrs. D. We love you. Thank you to DJ Coles coming on, and DJ Coles, we got to get you on the podcast. We got to talk about what it is that you do, because I mean, I'm telling you, my man is all over the place doing big things.
SoundCloud? We got to find out if he's on SoundCloud and drop a thing.
He's beyond SoundCloud.
Oh, really?
Beyond SoundCloud.
Well, we got to get some clips. We got to get some clips. I got to trust me. Listen.
Beyond.
I'm too old for the club, Vince. I'm too old.
No. When I tell you beyond. So what Glenn, we'll try to get you on, let you talk about all it is that you do. He's making it happen. Want to say thank you and shout out to Terry and Jay. Listen, get ready. You're coming on. So for Stevie D, I'm Vince. We'll talk to you soon.